We are Brent and Amy Powell. We work with BrokersGroup real estate professionals out of Sequim. We represent buyers and sellers in the real estate market in both Port Angeles and Sequim. And this is our weekly YouTube channel production. High end.
And we're so glad you're here.
Yeah. Our makeup artist just barely got done before shooting time.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, no, we don't have any of those people besides us.
He doesn't wear any makeup.
No, I needed. I mean, I guess they make guy makeup, right?
Oh, I don't think it's any different than girl makeup.
Oh, probably not, you know.
It would cover a lot of flaws. You'd still have to prune your nose hairs.
Oh, come on. Okay, sorry for that. No filter. The older you get, the filter goes away. But anyway, let's get on with it. You want to tell everybody what we do?
Well, first of all, the intro was the Fall Fest, which is out at this extreme sports park. It's many, many acres that some brothers with big machines decided to make a course for little sprint boats, and then they have in the fall they have this fall festival, as you saw, and the community uses it often, so it's fun. We've been to a political rally there. Off we go.
Yeah, this is the first year they've had the Fall Fest. You know, it's fall back fest Fall Fest. But so we actually weren't even aware of what it was, but Logan went and took the intro. And
he was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, he had a great time. So one thing about living in Port Angeles and Sequim is that there are just loads of things to do. And it's primarily a tourist economy, which is great for those of us that live here because, you know, it's like you live in a big city. You just have to pick and choose what you want to spend your time and money on. But coming up, you want to share what we have coming up in our agenda?
The second weekend in October is the Crab Festival, and also I'm not sure on the date of the Fungi Festival, so I don't know what they do with that one, but it sounds like a lot of walking in the woods.
Yeah, we're not into fungi, but
you're a fun guy.
I'm a fun guy, but but I guess a lot of people are really into, there's a lot of funguses among us up in the woods, and people go out and discover. And we have a Saturday market every Saturday, and there's a fungi that's down there. You can get all kinds of legal mushrooms there. Maybe, I don't know, Washington State, maybe they're all legal now. I don't know, but some of them kind of have a funny effect on you. But
diverse.
Okay, so what we do is every week we run over the homes that have closed in our area, which is the North Olympic Peninsula, primarily Port Angeles and Sequim and their surrounding areas. And these homes that have closed, that gives us a concrete number that's separate from speculation. So everybody is wondering, what is the market doing? Well, we don't know, but we can watch it day by day, week by week, and make some observations, and we'll do that toward the end of our time together. So you want to get us going here, honey?
Okay. Starting in Port Angeles on West Hennessy, we start with the least expensive and progress to the big bucks. This one was listed for $479 and it sold for $474. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 39 days on the market, built in 1973, split entry house right there. There were 2,019 square feet on 0.24 of an acre and a neighborhood view. Sounds like a nice place.
Okay, next one is on
you notice they're not making split entries anymore.
I know. I wonder why.
Thank you.
If you have at one time in your life lived in a split entry, raise your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in a split entry.
Once.
Yeah, it was demon possessed, I'll tell you. Seriously. We lasted about 3 months there. So, okay, this is on Bumpy Road. Where's Bumpy Road?
It's by Gassman.
Okay.
I've actually been in this house
before.
before.
Have you? Okay.
And look this is the only one that went over asking.
Wow. So originally priced at $449,000, sold for $475,000.
Yeah.
So it's $26,000 over
real
asking.
Cute.
I'm sorry?
It's a real cute house.
It's real cute, yeah. I tend to repeat
He
what
echoes me.
what she says.
What she says.
It's a point of minor irritation in the Powell family.
It's my irritation.
Okay, moving
I
right
make
along.
it
So,
his irritation.
okay, yes, she does. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 3 days on the market, built in 1969 with 1,829 square feet, 0.61 of an acre, and has territorial view.
Excellent. Moving on to Alpine View. This one finally sold. Remember this one?
Oh, I do. Oh, wow. Wow.
Yep. Listed for $599 because it has acreage. It's a manufactured home, and it eventually sold for $493, $106,000 less. I'm sure there were issues.
Yeah.
2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 126 days on the market, built in 1993 with 1,563 square feet and 3 acres and a territorial view.
Okay, yeah.
It's like, do I say anything?
No, nope. Monroe is our next home, our 4th home in Port Angeles to close this last week, and originally priced and sold at $599,900.
That's a menu too.
This is manufactured, yeah. It has 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1 day on the market, built in 1997 with 1,589 square feet and 2.8 acres with mountain view.
Okay, this one's another manufactured home. It's on Majesty Way. Originally listed for $724, it sold for $650. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 63 days on the market. Built in 1998 with 2,080 square feet, and on 1.25 acre and a mountain view.
Okay.
What do you think?
Moving on to interesting address. Anyway, up on 12th Street,
There's multiple.
multiple units.
It was a compound.
Yeah. So originally priced and sold at $675,000. This place has 6 bedrooms, 4 baths, 2 days on the market, built in 1930 with 2,456 square feet, and has 0.16 of an acre. It fills up there, that lot. Holy cow.
That's kind of like our place.
I know, kind of like our house. Yeah.
Oh, we have a little bit of
Yeah,
bigger
what do
lot.
we have? 1, 2, 3.
4. We're 4 units.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 bedrooms.
And 1, 2, 3, 4 baths.
Yeah, 4 baths, 4 living units. So it's nuts.
We're nuts.
Yeah.
That's probably it. Okay, moving on to the last house in Port Angeles was on Soaring Hawk Road or something. Listed for $799,950. That was the asking price. It sold for $750,000. 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, 59 days on the market. Built in 2012 with 2,359 square feet on 1.68 acres and a mountain view.
Okay, so we're at the end of those homes in Port Angeles. As you noticed, we start with the less expensive and move on to the more expensive. And we are adding a new feature, and I'm not sure if it'll be this week or next week. And the feature will be just a little clip of our 2 Bordoodle puppies. One belongs to Logan, one to us. Burke is like under a year old.
And just was surgically altered.
Yeah, he was tutored last week, and he was quite excited about that. But he's home recovering. And according to Logan, it didn't really have much of a dent in his enthusiasm. So every week at this point, we'll have just a little clip of those guys running around. And
For all your puppy watchers.
yeah, because we just had a house close this last week.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah, it's coming up. And the client that purchased that watches our video, and she said that her little dog is quite excited about the video because she is watching our dogs run around. So anyway, we're going to give this a try for a while.
Next week.
Yeah, next week.
Next week? Today. Oh,
Today? Start
right
today?
now. Never
All right,
mind.
so coming right up.
Okay, first house in Sequim is on Crow's Nest Lane. I'm not sure, but it looks like a manufactured. Listed for $375. It actually sold for $330. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 60 days on the market. Built in 1999 with 1,883 square feet on 0.10 of a acre, tiny little thing, and a territorial view.
Okay, so this one is on Honeymoon, and another manufactured homes. Originally priced at $450,000, sold for $420,000. And this has 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 95 days on the market. Built in 1978 with 1,128 square feet, and it's on 2.55 acres.
Cool.
Mountain view.
Wow, they're really squeezing these houses in. This next one's on Big Leaf Loop. Big Leaf Loop has little tiny lots. Originally listed for $455,000, it sold for $422,500. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 72 days on the market. Built in 2015 with 1,541 square feet on 0.09 of an acre.
It's like a little more than half a lot, half an acre.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Not a lot of lawn to mow there. Okay, next one is on Sycamore Street in Sequim, and it's originally priced for $439,000, sold for $425,000. And this has 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 46 days on the market, with 2007 being the year it was built, 1,568 square feet.
Another
Another
0.08
0.08 of an acre. That's just exactly half of what we would normally consider a normal lot to be.
Man, those new regs. Then the next house is on Heron Way, listed for $444,500. It eventually sold for $429,000. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 113 days on the market. Built in 1995 with 1,644 square feet on a third of an acre with a territorial view.
Okay.
Coming up on the last page.
Last page. Okay, this one is on Fairway Drive, and this is would you call it a development? Or it's kind of huge, but it's an area that is around, obviously, a golf course. It's very nice, in kind of out on the plateau in Sequim. And a lot of these places have a special little garage door for your golf cart. You can just drive out and there you are. Okay, originally priced $525,000, sold for $515,000, 10 under. And 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 25 days on the market, built in 1994 with 1,946 square feet, 0 acres, so that means it's a condominium or a townhouse, and comes with a golf course. And that's what you look at.
Yep. The next house in Sequim is on Buena Vista Drive. Not sure where that is. Listed for $600,000, it went over $602,500, so $2,500 more. What was that? 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 5 days on the market. Built in 2016 with 1,703 square feet on 0.77 of an acre and a mountain view.
All right. Here we go. Well, this is on Diamond Point Road. This
one went to another Amy.
Yeah, we know this one.
She was a follower of our videos.
Yeah. So relocating from the megalopolis in Southern California up to beautiful Diamond Point Road. So congratulations, Amy. So this is originally priced $699,950, sold for $650,000. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1 half bath, 24 days on the market. Built in 1956 with 2,583 square feet, just a little bit under 5 acres, and territorial view.
Excellent. The next house in Sequim is on Keeler Road, listed for $59,950. It sold for $759, so $950 less. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 180 days on the market. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Built in 2022 with 1,491 square feet on 2.87 acres, and we don't know what the view is because it says see remarks.
Yeah. And it's looks 3-car garage and only 1,400 square feet, so not really big.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is like ooh mama. This is quite the place. It's
baby.
on Carriage Drive.
Which is the very tip top of Bell Hill.
Oh yeah. So and pretty new. Bell Hill is an area in Sequim that has a lot of old mansions up there and a few new ones. So we've sold a few there. And this one is originally priced for $1,587,000, $950. And 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 1 half bath, 9 days on the market, and built in 2005, and it has 3,608 square feet. That's big house for us up here anyway. And 5 acres, saltwater and mountain view, so it looks like a beautiful place.
That does. And that wraps it up.
Yeah, that wraps it up for today. So we thought we'd just kind of have a conversation about what happens after you go under contract. Because hopefully you're looking through the market, if you're in the buyer's market, and you select a place and you negotiate a price that looks like it's going to meet your needs. But you don't know for sure until after you're under contract, and that's when you put into effect what we call a lot of contingencies, which are a part of the contract as addendums. And your realtor, and we'd really recommend that you do have a realtor, because we go to classes all the time to keep us up to speed on current trends, on what the legal aspects of all of it are, and what to guard against and be aware of. So a lot of people want to save that commission and just do it themselves, and well, that may work out just fine, but it may not. It might be a nightmare. So anyway, what are some of the contingencies, addendums?
Yeah, a lot of home purchases are contingent on financing, so there's that, and there's home insurance contingency addendum. There's inspection is the big one. I would say inspection and financing are the two big ones.
Well,
yeah, if you're rural, it's well, it's septic. So what those do is put in place kind of a step. You have to get through the inspection, get through the required paperwork to get through it and approve it, and then you've moved past the contingency.
So what the contingency means is that even though you're under contract and you've paid your earnest money, and that simply means that it's a real offer. You're just, it's not $2. Generally, it's 1% of the offer price. So if you're offering on a $500,000 home, you're going to have a earnest money of $1,000 that goes to escrow, and then they hold it, and you get that credited back against the total when it closes. And so, so you pay your earnest money, and so then you're working out all of the details. So every one of these contingencies gives you an exit out of the deal if things are not developing properly. For instance, this home that we just sold to Amy, it has a well. Come on, knock it off.
It's the black one.
Yeah, they're proud of laying an egg. So, which I can understand that, every day.
I didn't crow when I had a baby.
She made the mother. Anyway, so the point being is that all of these are provisions that are established in the whole process.
So you're talking about Amy's.
Right. So that one was a well contingency. And so that means that you have generally a plumber come out and they check the well for two things, three things: flow rate. Then they do a chemical test, and they send this off to a lab to check for nitrate, and that's generally fertilizer. If you're in an agricultural area and they've been heavily fertilizing, then that shows up in the wells, and that can be a problem. And they also check for coliform, and that tends to also be related to two things: a septic on the property, because usually if you have a well, you have a septic system. And if the septic system is too close to the wellhead, and that doesn't happen anymore because of the regulations, but years ago people didn't know any better, and they did that. So you want to check for that bacteria. And then the flow rate. And so a good flow rate on a well is 3, 4, 5 gallons a minute. If it's up 8 or 9 gallons, you got a great well. And so
she got a great well.
So yeah, she got a great well. So if it doesn't pass that, then the contingency says, well, that is not so you have an exit to get out of the deal. So the tendency
and
is,
there's always a time frame that they function under. You have 10 days to get the well inspection or the home inspection. There's always in writing a contract, there's a door opens and a door closes. So you have to have an ending to it. It can't just be out there.
Yeah, and the one contingency that's a little different is financing, because that tends to go, because if it ends up you can't get financing, then you can't buy the house if you're depending on financing. So the tendency is with some buyers is to want to figure out all of that stuff up front before you've made an offer, and I can understand that, because you don't want to just go around offering and everything, but that is the due diligence on the part of the buyer if you want to do it early. And most realtors are not going to be interested in doing all of that early, because there's no contract.
By the time you get around to it, it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone, and if it's a cherry property at a good price, it'll go away quickly. So it's wiser to make a good choice initially, get it under contract, and then just work through the process. Want to add anything to all of that?
No, I think that pretty much covers it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Okay. Yeah. So I keep forgetting to say this. We're going to make a list here of stuff I'm supposed to talk about. But one is to press the subscribe button. And we are 650-ish some subscribers now. And so every time we hit another 100, we give away either one of Logan's pouches, or this time we're also offering one of Amy's watercolors. And so when we get closer to that number, we'll have a few examples for you to kind of think about. So if you haven't pressed the subscribers, do that. And it's always good if you know somebody that's thinking of relocating to the North Olympic Peninsula, tell them about our video.
Yep. So I think maybe we might go to the Fall Fest.
I know, it sounds like a lot of fun. Hot air balloon ride. So anyway, have a great week. We'll be back in 7 days.
Bye.